to Atagaze, where ideas take shape, thoughts find depth, and every conversation explores the art of thinking beyond the obvious. And today I have my special guest. He's an author, mindset coach, and of course a fellow podcaster, none other than Mr. JM Ryerson.
What's up, Daniel? How you doing, man? Great to be here, brother.
Welcome, Mr. JM. Can you please introduce more about yourself as that I
Yeah, of course. Hey, so I built and sold 3 companies in the financial service world, and Let's Go Win is actually my 4th company. This company, this is one I don't know that I'll ever sell. As I've said before, it's my legacy company. So I started when I wrote my first book called Let's Go Win, Keys to Living Your Best Life. And what I do is I really am a performance and mindset coach. I get a chance to work with companies, athletes, executives on their performance and their mindset. So every single day I get a chance to work with people to inspire them to live their best lives and be a small part of that. So pretty amazing what I get to do, and I feel very blessed.
fully blessed for sure. I like that, Mr. JM. And let's talk about win from within, how to master your mindset and make choices and lead to a lasting success. Winning from within suggests the biggest battle is internal. What is the most common inner opponent you see that holds high performers back from lasting success?
Yeah, so I call it the ABC framework. And I figured this out both in business and then personally. I was like, wait a minute, it's the same thing. And the A stands for alignment, really figuring out aligning with the values that you have, aligning with the people that you truly can resonate with. Your values are in alignment. And so that's the start of it, is to really get quiet and understand what moves you, what you're passionate about, what do you stand for. And that's the alignment side. The B stands for belief, and really checking in on those beliefs. What are they? Do you, as Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or can't, you're right. And so what I do typically is I just in on people to see, where are your beliefs? Do you believe you can achieve these things? And oftentimes, because of other things, people telling them they can't, I just want to reset that, because I believe people can achieve whatever they believe they can achieve. And if they want to, I don't know, write a best-selling book, or they want to build a multi-million-dollar company, you can do those things. Many people have done it before. The only thing holding you back is your belief. And then C is the choice, right? You get to choose every single day how you show up. No one has the ability to change your attitude or your attitude except for you. And so, really helping people to figure out those choices, how to execute on them. And so, that framework, it works for both business and personally. And it's really simple. And yet, it's simple, yet can be challenging if you don't check in on those 3 things on a daily basis.
How do you differentiate between a mastered mindset and fleeting motivation? Why is that distinction so critical, Mr. Yam?
Yeah, it's a good question. I think the fleeting mindset, you feel it, right? You get, oh, I'm so excited. And then a day later, maybe, a week later, you're back riding that roller coaster, versus when you really can master your mindset, when you can really master your emotions, you really stay in that even keel. And a lot of that comes down to the habits and routines that you set up, so that you're always checking in. Because here's the deal, we all have negative thoughts, right? It's not always positive. The high performers, I promise you, they have negative thoughts and positive thoughts just like anyone else. What they have a better job of doing is capturing those positive thoughts and really spending time with them, not allowing those negative thoughts to take over. So it's good to be inspired, it's good to be motivated, but how are you implementing it into your daily life? How are you executing and choosing to show up every single day? And that's really the differentiator between people that are, they're doing okay, but they're not achieving the things they want to, and those high performers that are really living those inspired, fulfilling lives that they want to.
What does a person's internal dialogue sounds like when they're losing from within, and what is the first step to rewriting the script?
Yeah, and this is something I can speak to very clearly because I used to have in my bathroom mirror, your
Hmm.
inner dialogue is a jerk. Be kind to yourself. Because
Yeah.
literally, brother, I would have my inner dialogue saying what I wasn't, that I wasn't good enough, that I wasn't smart enough, whatever. We all have those thoughts. And what I want people to realize is those are just thoughts. Whatever you grab and hold on to, that's going to expand. Now, how do you fix that? That's a great question. So there's three questions everyone can ask themselves. Is that true? So let's just say I'm not smart enough. Well, is that true? Probably not. The answer is generally no. But the second question is, why do I believe that? Because mom, dad, my teacher, my brother, somebody told me along the way that I wasn't smart enough. And the third question is, how is that showing up in my life? If I believe that I'm not smart enough, what's that doing? It's usually holding me back from achieving what I want to. So, when you break it down that simply, is it true? Probably not. Why do I believe it? You isolate where it came from and how is it showing up in my life? Well, it's not allowing me to fulfill my dreams. Now we can say, okay, let's rewrite this chapter. Let's go ahead and find a more empowering thought to say, I am smart. I'm brilliant. I'm the best thinker in the world. I don't care what it says, anything that's going to be empowering for you, because that thought is just as true as you saying I'm not smart enough. Again, going back to the quote, whether you think you can or can't, you're right. So let's focus on the positive, empowering thought that's going to allow you to really fulfill those dreams.
Interesting, Mr. JM. And how does shifting one's self perception from someone who wants to be successful to someone who is successful by nature, by the choice, change the game?
Yeah, so here's a great example. I can ask people, "Do you believe you're lucky?" And if people say they're not, guess what? They're not going to be. The people that believe that they're lucky, it's been proven through many studies. I won't take the time because I know we don't have a lot to go through it, but literally your subconscious doesn't know the difference between real and fake. It's whatever you feed yourself. So if you say, I'm lucky, guess what? Now you start to recognize opportunities that were already there. But if you said you're unlucky, you just didn't see them. So you are literally creating your reality every single day by just telling yourself, I am lucky. I'm empowered. I can accomplish everything. And here's the trick. A lot of people will be like, but I don't believe that. That's okay. We're going to start to rewire your subconscious by now telling it that you are. Now you start to recognize opportunities. Now you start to have some wins and create momentum, which is allowing you to now seize those opportunities that were already there. You just couldn't see them because you were so mired down in the negative. And there's plenty of negative to find. It's really finding a way to choose the positive and to really see the opportunities that are in front of you.
Indeed, I am lucky. I'm the head, not the tail. I'm a victor, not a victim. Well, affirmation, people. You should do that to yourself and give grace to yourself. You talk about making choices that lead to success. How can someone learn to recognize the critical choice points in their day where small decisions can lead to a significantly different outcome?
Yeah, so a simple thing question to ask is this supporting my dream or is it not? Right? And we have these choices every single day. Let's just say eating. This will be an easy one for people. If you're looking at your food and it's like I don't know, it's fast food and it's from McDonald's versus some pure food that is, whether it's organic or just, green vegetables and some good meat and a decent grain, what's going to be the better decision to fuel your body? Well, we all know the answer. It's going to be going for the organic, healthier food. That's a small decision, but it greatly impacts your every single day. It affects your mind, it affects your heart, it affects your gut, and those are all interlinked. And so what you want to do is just check real quick, is this decision supporting what I want to do, or is it holding me back? Now, I'm not saying don't, look, if you want to enjoy fast food every once in a while, cool, do you. But what I want is on a habitual basis, are you making those proper decisions? And really, I look at the 80-20 rule or the 90-10 rule. 90% of the time, make that right decision. Reward yourself 10% of the time with the one that doesn't. But be intentional enough to ask yourself, is this decision I'm about to make supporting what I'm trying to accomplish, or is it holding me back?
What does a win from within morning routine look like, and how does it take to set the tone for the entire day?
So I coach people on 15 minutes a day because anybody has 15 minutes, right? My personal morning routine is almost 2.5 hours long. It's way too long for most people, and even for myself, I've considered cutting it back. But what I coach my clients on is, look, you need to take care of three things every single morning before you pick up your cell phone, look at emails, take care of the kids, get a coffee. Before you do anything, I want you to focus on you. I call it your sacred time. For 5 minutes, I want you to focus on your mind, whether that's listening to a podcast like this, whether it's reading a book, doing a crossword puzzle. I don't care. Just expand your mind, challenge your mind. Okay. The body part, everybody knows, move your body. It's pretty simple, but find a simple 5-minute routine that's going to get you to move, whether that be yoga, qigong, stretching, a quick workout, something just to get the blood flowing, because now you're starting to get a lot of the biological hormones in your favor. And then the last part is to feed your soul. Now, everybody's different. So for some people, it's reading the Bible. For other people, it's grounding out in grass and nature. For me, it's meditation. And so, what I want people to do is just for the first 15 minutes, take care of your mind, your body, and your soul. And what that does is it now allows you to go serve others because you've poured into your cup. Now you can start pouring into everyone else's. If you don't do that, you're trying to pour from an empty cup, and that's virtually impossible to do.
And Mr. JM, what is the one practice for managing mental and emotional energy that is more impactful than any time management hack?
Get a pen and a piece of paper and just write. If you just grab a journal and just write your thoughts down, it is the best form of free therapy you can get. And it's simple, it's free. And here's the great news, you can say anything on that paper because no one is there to read it or judge it. It's literally for you to just get it out of your mind. So I coach my clients to do that every evening for sure. Before you go to bed, you'll sleep far better. And in the morning, when you wake up from having all these incredible downloads, grab that journal and just write a little bit. That simple practice will absolutely change your life. And it's free to virtually everyone in the world. Just grab a pen and a paper and just write your thoughts, and you'll find some incredible things that'll happen with the clarity that you receive from it.
How do you prevent a big win from leading to complacency and instead use this as a springboard for the next level of growth?
What is your why? Why are you doing what you're doing? Wins are great, but you don't want to become complacent with, well, I've achieved everything. Well, guess what? When you're not growing, when you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. And so what you want to look at is cool, congratulations, definitely give yourself the love. But now, why am I doing what I'm doing? Like for my instance, my kids and my wife, those are my why. So there's no amount of wins that's ever going to be enough for me to stop growing for my family. I always want to pursue that why because it's much bigger than some financial reward or I don't know, receiving like a Pulitzer Prize or something. That's awesome, but why are you doing it? And use that as a springboard, as you said, for your next win. Use that momentum, and when you start creating that momentum, it now you start to pile up more and more wins, which is again for me it's taking care of my family. Whatever your why is, it should be big enough that no win will satisfy it because you always want to keep growing.
Yes, keep growing, people. And how can a leader who has won from within effectively inspire and cultivate the same mindset in their team?
Share it. One of the best things you can do with your team is to really be open to them. Ray Dalio talks about radical transparency, and it's a big idea because a lot of leaders don't let themselves really be vulnerable with their team. The best, most important lesson I learned personally in business is to be vulnerable. When I was able to really open up and share with people my hopes, my dreams, my struggles, that was when people really started to open up to me as well. So the more that you can open up to your team and let them know who you are, the more you're going to see that A, they respond to your leadership, and B, they'll get behind and they'll support you, but you have to be willing to open up to them.
What is the most pervasive myth about success that you win from within philosophy directly dispels?
I hear all the time people like they got lucky, or that was because this person, that you they just it always works out for them. And here's the deal. Yes, there are some people that have luck on their side, but here's what I found. They created that luck. They were able to really again recognize the opportunities. They were prepared for them. They actually did the self work that we're talking about so that when the opportunity came along, they were ready to seize it. So, look, there's nobody, well, that's not true. There are some prodigies in this world that they were just born to be, like Tiger Woods was born to be an incredible golfer. But for the most part, the majority of the other professional golfers, they just put in the work. They had a vision and they went after it. They weren't afraid to lose. They weren't afraid to fail. And so that's the same for all of us. If you have a dream, if you have a vision, don't hold yourself back. Rewrite that chapter for yourself. Let yourself know I can go accomplish anything just like these other people did if I'm willing to put myself out there, willing to fail, and willing to succeed as well.
Willing to succeed, I like that. And before we wrap up our discussion for today, Mr. JM, I'm inviting you to please listen to my other podcast, people, because my abstract essay is already in fifth season, abstract poetry in second season, and my book 101 review in fifth season too, comedy 101 in second season, and my food 101 in fifth season as well, geography 101 in fourth season, and my baby podcast law 101 and mental health 101. Love Letters in third season, and Movie 101 Review, Music 101 in fourth season, and Science 101 and Sex 101 in its second season. Please listen to them wherever you listen your podcast. So finally, Mr. Jim, if lasting success is the goal, how do you define it? Is it a feeling, legacy, or a state of being?
It's a state of being. Winning from within is all about how do you find that peace for yourself. Look, outside, you will always have distractions. You're always going to have, there's always negative stuff out there. But if you can find that peace from within, when you can create that for yourself, now you're going to see how fulfilling every single day is. Look, there's always going to be negative, it'll always be there. But if you find that peace for yourself, that is truly, truly finding success.
Truly, truly a mindset of success. So, Mr. JM Ryerson, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and wisdom to the world. So, can you please invite our listeners to support your podcast, your advocacy, or whatever projects that you're doing right now?
Yeah, guys, I would love for people to check out letsgowin.com. There's a ton of free information there for you on a lot of the topics I talked about. Check out the Let's Go Win podcast and hit me up, DM me on any, you'll see Let's Go Win, you'll see my name, and I'm happy to respond and interact with you. So thank you so much, Daniel. I really appreciate it.
Yes, people, let's support Mr. JM Ryerson because if you support him, for sure, more and more empowering advocacy to come. So, Mr. JM, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Monica, people, see you soon.